Freddie, you're back in GB3. It's been a busy year, GB3 and FIA and Formula 3 as well. It was a decent qualifying out there, P2 behind Ninovich, but the margin is also quite big.
Yeah, I think the margin was big, especially in Q1 was the biggest. But for me, I just didn't get in the rhythm at all. I made too many mistakes on multiple laps, and that's kind of cost me in Q1. Q2, we just didn't quite have the speed. I think a few things we needed to nail, and we didn't quite nail that as a team. So yeah, no, pretty clear what we could have done better. And honestly, if it's a bad day and we have a P2, then yeah, it's not too bad in the end.
And how much of a disruption was the blow up with Nikita Johnson?
Yeah, I think it just kind of changed the way the tyres have been behaving a little bit, and obviously we only had 2 laps, I think, after the red flag. So obviously not the most ideal situation for everybody, but yeah, everybody was in the same boat in the end.
And there's so many high-speed corners here. Does the tyre hang on for multiple laps, or is there pressure on you to deliver the lap early on?
Honestly, it depends on the pressures you've got, the balance you've got, and what car you've got, because some teams may be a lot more peakier in the earlier couple of laps, some teams may be peakier at the end, you know, it just continues to get better. So, but each qualifying run was different. Q1 and Q2, I had 2 different cars for 2 different sessions, just because of the way the tyre warm-up is with the 5 minutes in between the tyres heat up for Q2. So you're always adapting, so it's never you just get in and go again and you try and drive the same. It's always changing. So yeah, I think obviously a few things to adapt from that, and yeah, I think there was obviously, it's not as plain sailing as I think most people think. There's obviously a lot of things changing in the moment.
And you've raced in so many cars this year. How important is it to be adaptable and get on the pace early?
Yeah, exactly. I think we did a one-day test not long ago here with all the teams, and to be on the pace straight away and setting the fastest time there on that day, getting in this morning with a 15 minutes practice on the GP straight away with a good time deficit to others. I think it just shows the preparation my team behind me, ADD management, my coach Craig Boyd, what they do behind me, because you know that's the goal. That's why we've done it. We want to jump in other categories, be able to be fast straight away, and be on it no matter what car I have to drive. Like this car is mega in the high speed. Low speed, it's a bit different to the FIA, obviously completely different to F3 as well. So the better I can jump in and be on the pace straight away, the most is going to help me so much more in the future.
And how much have you been able to learn from Formula 3 in particular, and why was there such a big difference in your pace from Bahrain to Spa?
I think multiple reasons. I think in Bahrain, obviously, a new car at that phase, it was the second round, so everybody's a bit more spatial. When I came in Spa, everybody's at the top of their game, fighting for a championship. So getting in is going to be a lot more difficult than what it looked like at Bahrain. And also in those weekends, I'm not there to win races. I'm there to learn for next year. You know, so I'm not taking it as I must win the race and I must play it safe. I'm there full attack and seeing what I can learn as much as I can, because otherwise it'd be a waste of time.
And what's the step up to Formula 3 been like from more regional championships like GB3 and FIA, and particularly learning new tracks as well?
I think the jump's not crazy big. I think it's actually quite a good bridge gap. I think FIA's done a really good job, and so has GB3 bringing out this new car to level it off. And I think that's what the goal was of GB3, is to try and bridge that gap, because before I think it was quite large. So no, both championships are great to prepare. Obviously we get to go on a few Formula 1 tracks in both categories. So yeah, obviously there's a few things you have to learn a bit more, the tyre degradation, the handling of that, also the chaos of qualifying when there's 30 cars on track all slowing down like you saw in Spa. It's crazy. So it's little things like that you have to change, but that's normal.
And what are you expecting this weekend? It's almost impossible to pass here, as you know, from Formula 4, your race here in Formula 4. So do you feel it's just all about the start today and tomorrow?
Yeah, start's obviously important, but there's always a chance to overtake. If you've got a good pace advantage, you can always overtake. So that's the goal. If I don't get into P1 off the start, hopefully, and maintain P2, then hopefully we can have the pace to try and attack in front.
And is there any difference in your approach being at a partial campaign rather than FIA and interfering in the championship battle?
No, to be honest, none of my business. The championship, at the end of the day, I'm here to do the best possible result for myself and the team, Hillspeed. You know, they put a lot of effort in, especially for 3 rounds. You know, it's not easy. So, yeah, I'm going out there to get a result for them and also learn as much as possible for the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All the best for the weekend.